Hi, I'm Tamara Ronkin here with another session of Chair Flow Yoga. Thank you for coming. So all you need for today's class is a sturdy chair, something that does not have wheels. So it could be a folding chair, your dining room chair, something to that effect. Also, if you have a yoga mat, stretch it out horizontally behind. And we'll start seated. So allow both feet to be on the ground. I'm barefoot. You don't have to be barefoot, but it's better if you have non-slip feet. So if you have to have socks on, you would want to have some sort of grippers on the bottom. Close your eyes. Let the hands flip over so the backs of the hands are resting on the thighs. And we will allow the ring finger and the thumb to gently touch on each hand. And this is the Surya Mudra. So the sun hand gesture. And in this hand gesture, we are breathing into energy and into health. So close the eyes, inhale through the nose, and let it out lightly through the mouth. Again, inhale. And let the shoulders fall as we let it out the mouth. Keep the shoulders low as we draw the next breath in. Chest rises. Exhale out the mouth. So since we're holding a sun gesture in the hands, we're going to create a little bit of heat with the breath. So moving a little faster now. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, a little more forcefully. And we round in. Inhale, lift. Let the tongue come out this time. Inhale. Tongue comes out. And we're actually folding in. So inhale, rise up. And continue this a few more times. Last one. Come back to seated. Release the hand gesture. Let the palms face downward on the thighs now. And just sit in your stillness and feel the vibration in the body from creating a little heat with movement and breath. Just breathing easy in through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, flutter the eyes open. And we'll begin a little bit more movement now. So just keep in mind that if anything hurts, you should stop. And you can modify every pose to have more sensation or less as needed. So let's begin to inhale to look over the left shoulder. Exhale to look over the right. Left, right. So let the shoulders be relaxed. We're just letting the head turn. Natural range of movement. And now start to let the ribs draw back when you look over the shoulder. Inhale left. Exhale right. Good. Come to center. Bring both hands up so that they're on the shoulder blades. And we'll allow the elbows to lift up and draw back. So we're creating shoulder circles. Up. Back. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed. Look up. And then bring the elbows toward one another and round. So look down at the navel. Wing the arms back. Look up. Elbows draw together or toward one another. Round. Good. Bring the hands down onto the knees. Onto the thighs. So we're going to come forward, rise up, keeping the hands on the thighs, and then sit down. Again, rise up, come down. One more time, coming to stand. Letting the left arm lift up and over for side bend. The right hand is just resting on the thigh and lowering. And then release the left hand down. Sit down into the chair. Now we bring the hands to prayer. Lean in, rise up. Let the hands lift up. Bend the knees and sit down with the prayer at the heart. Again, draw forward, leading with the arms up. And come down. And one more time. And we'll come to standing. Keep the hands at the heart. Now the left hand rests onto the thigh and the right arm lifts up. And create that separation so the fingers coming down the leg, reaching up, and then lower the shoulders. Then we begin our side bend. So even though we're leaning into one side, we still want to be lengthened. So trying not to crunch, more to lengthen up and over. And then the hands come down. Good. Have a seat. Let the left palm face up and the right hand is just going to gently draw the fingers down. So the sensation should be here at the heel of the hand and into the inner forearm. The more you're pulling back on the fingers, the more you might start to feel a little stretch down where the fingers connect in with the hand. And you're sending your breath to wherever you feel tightness. Okay, other hand, same thing. Right palm faces up. You bring the hand onto the fingertips and lower. So pulling with the left hand. Going back to the left hand, we'll fold the fingers in and use the other hand to assist. So now the stretch will be felt here in the back of the wrist and forearm and the back of the hand, and we're curling the fingertips into the palm. And then other side, fold them in. Good. Okay, we'll come to standing now and come to the back of the mat. And just from standing, we're going to do now another wrist stretch and for the fingers. So bring the palms together and then interlace the fingers just like this. Roll the wrists forward. Roll them back. Knees are soft. And then interlace the hands, or keep them interlaced. Press them away from you with the thumbs and the pinkies touching. And then curl them under. Press them away. Curl them under. So what we're working toward, not just a stretch in the hands, but we're in mountain pose and lifting the arms up. And what we want to do is feel sturdy in the feet, sturdy in the legs, the knees soften a little bit. We're lifting the heart and maybe starting to back bend. Good. Let's do that 2 more times. Last one. Good. Let the hands come down to the back of the chair. And bring the fingertips onto the chair and then just press down into the fingertips, letting the palms kind of hammock forward a little bit. And you can go 1 finger at a time if you'd like. And this will give you a really nice deep stretch right there at the base of each finger. You can even do this to the thumb. Now shake out the hands. Okay, turn to the side. We're in mountain pose, and we're going to take this into chair pose. Keep the right hand on the chair, hips back, left arm up. Our feet are hip distance apart. And the hips will stay above the knees or in line with them. And then let the left arm reach back, look up. Hips back, chair pose, arm is rising by the ear, and we keep the chest lifted. And up. So you can sink down all the way to be in line with the knees, but don't go any deeper than that. 1 more time. Good. Turn toward the chair, step back a little bit. Let the feet widen so that we can come down just to rest on either the back of the chair or on the seat for a wide-legged bend. Okay, rising back up, bring the feet back together, and we'll turn the other way so that we can have our chair flow. Left hand is on the chair, we're facing the other back of the mat. Hips back, feet are hip distance apart, sitting back, and letting the right arm rise. Coming to standing. Lowering into chair or half chair if you want to go in a little deeper. Lift up. Go in. Up. And rise. So we'll come to face the chair again. Step back to the back edge of the mat. Separate the feet to where it's comfortable. And we'll come down for a wide-legged bend again. Our feet are just parallel. It can be up here on top of the chair or as low as you're comfortable going. Okay, come back up. Bring the feet back together. Face the front of the mat. Step the right foot back. And bring the heel down. And we're coming into a warrior one. It can be a short warrior one like this, or if you need a little bit more space, you can open it up. But you want to have feet hip distance apart. Good. Left arm up. And bend the elbow and let the hand receive the back of the head. We feel the left knee aligning over ankle as the heart rises. And we're anchoring into the back heel. So there's a stretch in the back calf. Feel the left knee straighten. And the left hand is going to slide down the leg. Maybe it stops to rest above the knee. Maybe you can get down a little bit lower onto the calf. Perhaps your left hand can lower all the way down next to the foot. We're in pyramid pose. There's a big stretch for the back of the left leg. If you don't need the chair here, the right hand can take its place next to the foot. So wherever you are, we'll start to rise. So lifting the front of the body, feeling that left knee bend. We'll take both hands to the chair, bring that left foot around, and just pivot to the other side to find our warrior one. Feet are hip distance apart, front knee over ankle. And you decide how wide or narrow you'd like to be on this side. Left hand is on the chair. Right arm rises up. Shoulder lowers. Feel the front knee over ankle as the heart expands upward. We'll bend the right elbow so the hand can receive the back of our head. Anchoring through the back heel. release the right hand from the back of the head. Bring that hand onto the right thigh. And we let the right knee come to a micro bend as the right hand slides down the leg. See where you want to stop lowering. It could be up here, hand on thigh, maybe hand on leg, or perhaps you can come down further, hand outside the foot. Maybe left hand joins you on the mat. Chair is here if you need it. Pyramid pose. So I'm coming up by bringing my hand back onto the chair, bringing the right hand up onto the thighs to lift. And then we'll bring the feet back behind the chair and come back around so that we can have a seat. Okay. So sitting maybe middle on the chair so the feet can be firmly on the ground. Arms are by our sides. Hold on to the chair. Lift the right knee up. Bring it down. Left knee up and down. So we're going side to side. Release the arms from the chair. Arms rise up. Swan dive down over the knees. Lift halfway up and fold again. Reverse swan dive up. Lift the right knee. Hug it in for a breath. Put it down. Arms up. Lift the left knee, hug it in for a breath. Foot down, arms rise and hands to heart. Arms rise, swan dive down. Lift up halfway and release. Reverse swan dive up. Right knee in for a hug. Lay it down, arms lift. Left knee in for a hug. Lay it down, arms lift. Chair pose. Lifting up and sitting down. We'll do that one more time each side. This is a seated sun salutation A. So beginning with feet on the ground, arms up, swan dive down. Halfway up and fold. Reverse swan dive, rise. Hug the right knee in. Place it down, arms lift. Hug the left knee in. Place it down, arms lift. Chair pose. Sit down and we'll have one more. Arms rise. Swan dive down. Halfway up and fold. Reverse swan dive up. Hug the right knee in. Place it down, arms rise. Hug the left knee in. Place it down. And chair pose. all the way to standing. And we'll circle the arms down as we sit in the chair. Let's pick up the right ankle, place it on the left thigh for a seated pigeon pose. To begin to feel a stretch in the right hip, you just lead forward with the heart. To feel less, you inhale and come back. And as soon as you feel enough, you just hold here. We use our sinking breath to feel a little more. Okay, rise up, let that go, and we'll do that to the other side. Left ankle onto the right thigh. You can press your thumb into the sole of the foot. It especially helps if you're tight in the hips. And then begin leading forward with the heart. Rise up. So this next one is a thigh stretch. We come to standing. Bring the left hand onto the chair. We're standing to the right of the chair, and we'll bend the right knee so we get our hand to the front of the ankle so that we can then pull back for a quad stretch. Look like that. Now, if you can't very easily reach that, if you have a strap, you put that on the top of the foot, bend the knee, and then just use that strap to help. Remember, micro bend in the standing knee will provide more stability. Okay, let that go, and we'll move on over to the other side. Bend the left knee, bring the hand to the front of the ankle, or get your strap there so you have a little bit of length added to the arm. And then pull the knee back. So you'll notice my heel is really close to the back body. That's creating a stretch that's felt lower in the thigh. If you wanted the hip flexor instead, get big when you pull back. Okay, let that go. Come sit down again. arms open big. Cross the right elbow over the left. And then see what's possible. Either you're going to pull down on the shoulders, or maybe the backs of the hands or the palms can meet. They're all doing basically the same thing, a stretch for the upper back. So when we inhale, we feel a little bit of a lift. And when we exhale, we're drawing the elbows down toward the navel. If you wanted to add, you don't have to. You can keep the legs the way they are, but if you'd like to come into the full seated eagle pose, it would be the left knee crossing over the right. And if you have the ability, you could bind the legs. That would be the full expression. Unwind the legs if you went that way. Unwind the arms. Good. Coming to the front edge of the chair, see if you can interlace your hands behind you and just roll the shoulders back. If you'd like, separate the feet and come down halfway, or maybe a little more, and let the arms lift. Rise up, release the hands, come back to the center of the seat, and we'll do that on the other side. So hands together, open up. And now the left arm comes on top, and you have that same decision. Would you prefer the shoulder pull, single bind, backs of the hands touching, or the full bind, palms? So to feel the stretch in the upper back, that's allowing the elbows to draw down on the exhale. And you can keep your legs just as they are, but if you want to come into full expression of the pose, it would be right knee crossing over left one time, or maybe for the full bind. Uncross the legs if you crossed them. Unwind the arms. Come to the front of the chair, and now behind us, we're just going to slide the arms across the low back to reach for opposite elbows. And do what you can here. Maybe it's opposite wrists. Roll the shoulders back. Draw the belly button in. Lift the chest. Lower the chin. And begin half circles with the neck, rolling up to the right shoulder. Release and roll up to the left. Rising to the other side. We'll do one more. Come to center. Release the hands. Come down halfway. So the hands are resting on the thighs just above the knee, putting some weight in the sitting bones, and the crown of the head is forward. Lift up. Sit back a little bit, and the knees are now closer together. And we'll bring the right hand outside the left thigh. The left hand is either the back of the chair or tucked behind the back. It's right arm's pressing, so we're using a little bit of leverage, but mostly breath. And allowing the ribs to expand into the back space. And now we add turning our head to the right. Soften the twist. Bring the hands to center. Feet open wide. Fold forward, feeling the sitting bones go back into the seat and the head to hang free. Let the head go left to right. Hands come up onto the thighs to help press us up. Bring the arms behind us. And however you scooch forward just a little bit, reach for your opposite elbows and then go in the opposite direction. So we're looking for that opposite way from last time. Roll the shoulder blades together. Draw the navel in. Lift the heart. Lower the chin, and we'll begin another round of half neck circles. Chin rolls up to one shoulder, and then rolls across to the other side. We're just going back and forth along the front of the chest. Nothing has to touch anything. It's probably better if you're hovered. Come to center, lift the gaze, release the arms, bring the feet together and sit back a little further in the chair, and we'll prepare to twist now to the right. So bringing the left arm straight across so that the palm faces out to the right. The right hand is either on the chair or tucked somehow behind the back. Lengthen upward and allow your ribs to help you. One breath at a time, growing into the twist. And once you feel you're up there at the top, then you can exhale to look or turn the head over the left shoulder. Soften the arms to release out. Let the feet separate so that we can forward fold. Hands slide down the legs. Let the head hang. The head will shake left to right. And then inhale, come up. Standing up just one more time. Arms rise. Lift overhead. Lean to the right, side bend. Lean to the left. It's okay if elbows are soft. Hands to prayer as we sit back down into the chair. Palm on palm, thumbs touching, and the palms face up. Close the eyes. And we're going to finish here with a cooling breath. So we inhale through the nose. Exhale out a small O of a mouth. If you can round your tongue and let the breath out of a rounded tongue, you'll feel this even more. One more out of rounded mouth. Good. Let the tongue relax now into the mouth and become very heavy. Feel the eyes rising to the third eye space in between the eyebrows, and the eyes are closed. Breathing long and deep. And the belly is soft. I invite you to now deepen your breath and begin moving your fingers and your toes. Rotate the wrists and the ankles. And stretch the arms overhead. We finish our practice by bringing our hands onto heart center, and we'll have 3 deep cleansing breaths together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beginning now. Inhale. 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 And then we lift a prayer up to the forehead. And we take a moment for gratitude, a moment for prayer, and then the last one for me to thank you for coming to another edition of Chair Flow Yoga with me, Tamara. If you want to learn more or see other videos, come to my website, www.mindbodynow.com. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.